Hi, Captain Steve for BoatTEST.com, and today I'm on Riviera's 46 Sport Motor Yacht. Now this boat has the classic look of a sport fish boat, but true to Riviera's heritage, it's so much more than that. Come on aboard while I do a full features inspection. We'll start right here in the cockpit. It measures 13 feet 7 inches by 4 feet 3 inches. Small as sport fish boats go, but again, this is so much more than a sport fish. This becomes an entertainment area, easy access to the swim platform with dual gates. Notice the twin cockpit doors opening flat against the transom to allow the boarding platform to become an extension of the cockpit for all different types of water sports. We can also have this space opened with the removable staple rails in place around the perimeter of the platform, making this whole area very versatile. On these rails, optional rod holders and a bait preparation station can be fitted. When not in use, they're simply lifted and placed into dedicated slits parallel to the transom for a clear open platform. There's a live well in the center of the transom. Just in the front, freezer, refrigerator, electric grill, sink, storage underneath. Additional storage is to the bulwarks, and in the center of the deck is a large fish box. And of course, we've got the familiar extension that has come to be a staple on Riviera yachts now. Underneath is an LED light bar illuminating the cockpit deck. 2 steps up from the cockpit deck and we come to the mezzanine level, and this has really become a staple and pretty much an identifier for Riviera yachts. Take a look. This consists of opposing seating, each one 78 inches long. There's storage to the aft bulkhead. To the starboard side, there's a stereo, lighting controls. Underneath this seat, there's a storage compartment that can be converted into a refrigerated compartment. Over to the starboard side, this one is able to convert into a day bed. In front of the port bench, there's a table with beverage holders, grab rails. It's also expandable, and when you do expand it, the beverage holders remain exposed just above 32-inch flat screen TV. This is under the protection of the hardtop, 6 feet 9 inches off the deck, and happy to see that there's a rail running down the length of it. Riviera. At the bow, there's a double-wide sun pad, comes out 68 inches. The headrests come up in ratchets and are able to sit in 5 different positions. Stainless steel grab rails are to both sides, and there are integrated beverage holders as well. As we move to the interior, wide open layout, great visibility, windows all around. There are opening side windows to both port and starboard, and huge forward windshields, giving us a lot of natural light and an open and airy feel. And this is supplemented by the 6 foot 3 inch overhead clearance. Notice that the overhead is upholstered. Grab rail running down the center, recessed into the overhead. I also like how the gray tones and the white of the counter are contrasted by the dark walnut with a satin finish. Just can't get away from those Riviera features. As far as the layout is concerned, galley is on the main deck and located aft, right in between the serving area for the forward space and the aft social gathering area. We can also supplement that by opening this up and now blending the inside with the outside between this window and this opening door. Corian counters, there's a small fiddle going around the counters. I like seeing that. Covered stainless steel single basin sink, and the cover reverses into a cutting surface. Still plenty of serving area, double burner electric cooktop. There's a vent fan just above for extracting any fumes. Storage above, a microwave, refrigerator, freezer, drawer storage. We also have a pull-out pantry and an optional dishwasher. Over to the port hand side, there's a small extension to this galley in that we have a pull-out drawer with storage for our stemware, and all this goes into sorters so it stays in position when we're in a seaway. Little space on top for a buffet area, drawer, beverage locker, and a refrigerated drawer. Just above the galley is a rod storage locker, and I'm happy to see that it's electrically actuated to access this compartment. It always seems to be a struggle when there are 2 turn and lock latches that are so far apart. To the port hand side, U-shaped dinette, leather upholstered. There's a solid wood table on a single pedestal. That's a high-low pedestal, so we can drop the table down, convert this area into a berth. This is on a 9-inch platform off the main deck, so we've got a little bit of an improvement to the visibility out these windows. Underneath the aft seat, there's drawer storage. Just forward of the dinette, there's a TV on an electric lift. Over to the starboard side, there's opposing seating. It's L-shaped this time. Again, it's on a 9.5-inch elevated platform. Now we've got another social zone located in the flying bridge, and that is accessed from interior stairs. That's a little bit surprising, but they didn't want to take up any space from the mezzanine area. That's a comfortable seating area. And I don't see that there's a problem with having the stairs on the inside, because it's not taking up seating space on the inside either. We've got the dinette and seating right across from it. So great idea on this solution. And I also like that it is angled aft, so it's comfortable to go up these stairs even when the boat is underway and the bow might be a little bit higher. So let's go up and take a look. Now this is a comfortable social zone, and I love that it's elevated, so we've got such a great view. Over to the port hand side, there's a bench seat. Opposite, there's J-shaped seating wrapping around a table on a single pedestal. It's also high-low. All of this area we can see here is enclosed with isinglass, but we could certainly leave it open. 2 hatches overhead add ventilation if we do have this whole bridge enclosed. Just aft, little refreshment center with refrigeration, storage, and a sink. Corian counter is surrounded by a stainless steel grab rail. Just behind that, you can see there's padded bolster going all the way around. And the optional carpeting is a nice touch. Now let's go down below and look at the accommodations of this 3-stateroom, 2-head motor yacht. We'll start fully forward at the master stateroom. It's an island berth accessible from both sides. Small step gives us easier access. Hull side windows are to both port and starboard. There are storage compartments above the windows. I like to see that Riviera makes use of that available space where a lot of others don't. The berth, 78 inches by 60 inches. Headroom in this stateroom starts at 6 feet 4 inches, which leaves us with 3 feet 3 inches over the berth. There's a storage compartment over to the port hand side, another one to starboard. There's additional storage in drawers underneath the berth. The master head, located just over to the starboard side, has a vessel sink on top of a Corian counter. Hull side window, there's a mirrored cabinet just above with storage behind the mirrors, an opening hatch just overhead, and there's a walk-in shower right alongside the electric flush toilet. At the forward bulkhead, 32-inch flat screen TV with a Fusion stereo just underneath. The guest staterooms are located in the center of the boat. As we make our way back, we've got access to a day head. This will also be a shared head with one of the staterooms. These staterooms are largely mirror images of one another. One, however, has twin berths. The other one has a queen-size berth. We can get twin berths in both of the staterooms, however. Large hull side window. There's an opening port light. Headroom is variable. It starts at 6 feet 1 inch as we make our way around the berth, and then just over the berth, because of the accommodations we have with the settee up above, it leaves us with 3 feet 4 inches over the berth and dropping down at the head of the berth to a low of 2 feet 7 inches. We can also lift the berth for even more storage, and there's dedicated storage for a Dyson vacuum. There's a flat screen TV, 24 inches this time, and then the Fusion stereo just underneath that. Hanging locker is just behind the TV, and then we have a private entrance to the shared head. Now again, all this is repeated to the opposite stateroom with the exception of this one having the twin berths. This stateroom also has a combination washer dryer. I have to say, I liked this yacht when I stepped aboard, but the more time I spent on it, the more I liked it. It's just an ideal size and everything is so comfortable. It's actually ideal for a small family or a cruising couple. And that's my full features inspection of the 46 Sport Motor Yacht from Riviera Yachts. For BoatTEST.com, I'm Captain Steve. We'll see you on the water.